And we are live here in GT Sport Round 7 Brand Touch. Thank you for joining us once again. Yeah, this race was supposed to be run last week, but because of the GT Sport servers going down, we couldn't run it. But we are proud to be back, and we are here at Brand Touch. And sadly, I'm by myself in commentary tonight because nobody has turned up. I'm just going to quickly meet everyone. Good luck on the rest, guys. Oh, Ball Boy's here. Oh, just realised that. Right, there we go. You didn't want to say anything beforehand, did you?
No, yeah, sort of. How do you boot people from freaking parties?
Press options and remove. Or something
Cool,
like that.
thanks. Book you after the race.
Yep, speak to you later. Alright, so we are live here, and no viewers. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Are you still there? Will you be able to put the stream link out into the chat? Yes, thank you very much. Because that's what Spawn Guy normally does, but obviously he's not here. Ugh. Right, but we are about to start here in TFRL GT Sport. This is Brand Touch GP, and I need to get into spectate mode. My god. There wouldn't be commentary for me there. So KNK.Doug, Saxo, Panos and Fidget Dragon are just out on their laps at the minute. Everyone else is in the pits, including championship leader Elliot. Standings, hang on. I need to have a look at the championship standings. Do have them here. So after last race, going into Brand Touch, 51 points for our championship leader Elliot F6 in the Race Hub livery car, of course. Ball Boy in second with 27. Super Hero third, not attending tonight, with 25. Grand J 10 with 20. Swift on 20. And we are about to start here in Brand Touch GP. And the rundown of the order is Elliot, Swift, Doug, Grand J10, Fidget and Dragon, Panos, Pablo, KNK. And Saxo, who weren't here last week, are joining us tonight. And we're about to get going in this 40-minute endurance race. This should be a very, very good race. Everyone is out on track. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. And a good start by Swift. Elliot was a bit lacklustre off the start. I've got to say, Doug's right up the inside. Fidget and Dragon going for a move into turn 1. Oh, and there's a bit of contact there. Fidget and Dragon had a little bit of a moment, and the championship leader Elliot is down to last place. And there's 3 wide nearly. Oh, Pablo just getting knocked off there by KNK. Who must just outbroke himself a little bit. Pablo down to 8th. Panos and the KNK. Now going side by side. The Spanish driver and the Greek drive, both in the Porsche, and Grand J10's pulling away ahead of them, and he's going for a move on Saxo maybe here, looking in behind KNK. Yeah, he's kept around the outside of Panos, which is a nice move, and Pablo in 8th, and championship leader Elliot down in 9th. But out front it is Swift, and he's already got a 2.1 second lead into the first minute of this endurance race here at Brand Touch GP. 40 minutes, of course. Fidget and Dragon in second, Saxo in third. Doug, oh, Grand J10 going for a move on Doug. Doug just got in caught in the gravel a little bit then. Grand J10's now coming up the inside, just forcing Doug wide, and Doug spun. Doug has gone off at the highest point in the track really there, and Elliot is making up ground. He's already gone through Panos and Pablo, and KNK. Actually up to 4th. He actually has gained position on Grand J10 there. So both Race Hub livery cars in 5th and 6th. Grand J10. Sorry, it's not a Race Hub livery car, that's Elliot. Grand J10 though in the other GTR is in 5th place. So I'm gonna quickly check something. I am still here. Grand J10 though, oh, bit of contact in behind. Panos and Pablo, the two, what is that car? What is, oh, it's Lexus and Panos in the Porsche, and Pablo's actually got around the outside of Pablo there. Elliot just moving. Oh, bit of contact. Pablo going around the outside, and Pablo has got past him. So Panos back down to 8th, and Doug in 9th, just running around at the back. Grand J10. Oh, Elliot looking for another K&K dot. That could have been a nice move there from Elliot, but he's just trying to put people off in that Race Up livery car. Of course, at his home track, and he'll be looking for a home win here tonight. K&K dot in front of him. Oh, he nearly got caught in the grass. Everyone up front from 2nd down to 6th. There's quietly Constantine up as Grand J10 ran wide there, and he's been overtaken by both K&K dot and Elliot F6 there. So K&K dot, the Spanish driver, and Elliot, the current championship leader, passing Grand J10, who did have a little bit of a moment coming out the final corner. Panos and Pablo are changing positions, and there must have been a bit of contact in the background with Pablo. Looking K&K dot, Elliot's got the move done. Wow, nice move by Elliot F6, the current championship leader, and Grand J10's got up the inside. Oh, that was a bit of a rash move, and it's put Elliot into the gravel. So both the GTRs there having a bit of contact. And in the Porsche, K&K dot, as they now approach Clock Curve and Clearways, K&K dot is actually running on the grass there. Grand J10's gone off. Grand J10 has ran off at Clearways, and they're on down towards Pilgrim's Drop, with Swift leading the way by 4.1 seconds from Saxo in the quite peculiar looking Mustang, with Viagra blazoned along the front. Fidgeting Dragon in 3rd, K&K dot in 4th in the Porsche, followed by Elliot F6 in the GTR. Grand J10 and Doug actually going for a move. That is at Westfield, and I'll tell you what, he's got it done. Doug has got the move done. This is Sheen Curve now, and Doug has got the move done on Grand J10. Beautiful move into Sterling's, and Clearways is the final corner. I don't know what I was on about that, but Swift is only 1.1 seconds clear of Saxo, who does appear to be catching down towards Paddock Hill Bend. This is on lap 4 of this endurance race, round 7 in the GT Sport Championship, and Swift leads the way by 1.4 seconds with the beautifully blazoned It's Coming Home England livery on his Lamborghini Huracan tonight, and hopefully it is coming home for England in the World Cup. Saxo in 2nd in the slightly peculiar car, and there's a bit of a train developing. Fidgeting Dragon has got K&K dot blazoned all over the back of him, and he's going for an inside move. This is at Surtees. Fidgeting Dragon keeps it around the outside. Oh, a little bit of contact there, but just keeps him at bay for now on the run down towards Hawthorns and Hawthorne Hill. K&K dot, it's sandwiched between the GTR and the Mercedes, and the Mercedes might have been forced wide a little bit there, and he's forced on the grass, and he's gone off. Fidgeting Dragon has gone off at Hawthorns. This is Westfield now, and Elliot's got the move done at Westfield. K&K dot goes into the gravel there. Fidgeting Dragon, Doug, pulling away now from Grand J10 on the run down towards Sheen Curve. Grand J10, yeah, he's 9/10ths off. Pablo has got a penalty in Panos. His thing, and Saxo is now 3.1 seconds off Swift, and Swift has definitely put in the afterburners early on in this race. Of course, they've got to make laps, they've got to make pit stops in this race. But Swift leads the way, 3.3 seconds, 3.2, just fluctuating a little bit. From in 2nd place, Saxo. In 3rd is Elliot, and K&K dot in 4th at the minute. So I'm going to have a quick check of the comments, and Matthias has joined us. Lovely. Hello Matthias, hope you're doing well. I love this track, he comments, and so do we, because it is round 7 here in the GT Sport Championship, and Swift leads the way by 4.1 seconds. Is he bringing it home at this early stage on the run down the hill towards Hawthorns and to Westfield? This is the highest point on the track. Saxo 2nd, 4.2 seconds off, but is 2.5 clear of Elliot, who is the current championship leader on 51 points. And by the way, if you do want to get Race Hub up on your tablet or phone or whatever, quote Elliot F6 name as Elliot F6, his PSN name, and you will get a 1 hour session at Race Hub for £15, and that is obviously in Kent, the track. K&K dot is 2.6 seconds off. He does appear to be quite speedy, the Spanish driver tonight. Wasn't here last week when all the servers went down. Doug is in 5th and is definitely pulling away from Grand J10 in 6th, who appears to be struggling around here at Brands Hatch, as these two now approach Paddock Hill Bend and Hillwoods Hill for the 6th time on their laps. Fidgeting Dragon is 7th and is a little way off after making that mistake. Pablo in 8th and Panos in 9th. But let's have a look on board with our leader at the minute. Swift X. 8 minutes into the race and Swift leads the way. 5.6 seconds, he is pulling away. This Lamborghini definitely looks like it's got really good straight line speed on the run down towards Hawthorns. And Swift just going through there very nicely. A little bit of lag, a little bit of twitchiness, but nothing too major. And he's now pulled away by another 3, 4, 5 tenths. He is gaining. Elliott F6 actually is gaining second. Saxo must have went off at Westfield. Sorry, not Westfield, at Hawthorns. And he's now dropped the position. He's just getting caught on the grass a little bit, Saxo. And he is racing his good friend Elliott. Here, current championship leader. Saxo realises he's on the screen and he's just trying to put off Elliott with the front headlights. It can cause a bit of a distraction to the drivers. Running round onto lap 7. 31 minutes left. I can't believe there's 31 minutes left. This race has already done. We've already done 7 laps around here, and Saxo is still trying to close on Elliott, but it looks like Elliott has got straight line speed, and now he's going to go after Swift. These two, Swift currently on 20 points, and Elliott on 51 in the championship standings. Currently leading the way by 24 points is Elliott F6. And yeah, in the Nissan GTR, Saxo running the Mustang in 3rd. K&K looks like he's getting closer though. In the Porsche, in this Mobile 1 liveried Porsche. Running a nice race so far. On his debut here in the GT Sport League. Doug in 5th has got ahead of Grand J10, has he? No, Grand J10 has actually lost ground, so he must have made a mistake there at Surtees. Fidgeting Dragon 7th and is catching. Pablo Escobar 8th, Panos still 9th. We've got all 9 runners still running as Swift is about to go onto lap 8. And we are 1/4 distance here in the TFRL GT Sport League. Round 7, round Brands Hatch GP. And on the run down to Paddock Hill Bend, with 30 minutes left, it's Swift out in front, looking to try and win this race and try and follow up his good results from the last couple of races. Elliott Hill, 6.3 seconds. That gap is just fluctuating a little bit as they're at Druids. And Elliott is in ground on Swift, I've got to say. Saxo's keeping within touch at 1.8 seconds. Just extending that out a bit to about 2 seconds now. K&K is definitely catching in the background. He's now 1.4 seconds off. This Spanish driver on his debut, just running wide there at clearways. But he gets a good run out. He's just lost 0.4 of a second, so he's just got that ground to make back up again. In the Porsche. Doug in 5th. Let's see how the rest is doing. Oh, yellow flag. Who has gone off? Somebody must have made a little mistake, and it must have been Swift. Swift has made a mistake out front. And that was at Westfield, I think, where he made the mistake. He must have got caught in the gravel. It's either Hawthorns or Westfield, I would imagine, because he's lost half of his lead. Was 6.4, it's now 2.4, and Elliott has actually made a mistake. Oh! Elliott has made a mistake at Sterling's, and that has gifted Saxo into second place, and K&K is catching as well, so this 3-way battle for second is beginning to heat up. Panos on the other side of the track there, the Greek driver. Saxo defending off Elliott as they run down towards Druids. Elliott's going to go for an inside move on the Mustang, and he's realised that, and Saxo just lets him through, trying to go for the cutback, and it's side by side, nearly running down towards Cooper. The Cooper straight, which they're now on, and Elliott just getting that optimum run out on the outside of the corner. Saxo 3rd, who is now under pressure from K&K and he's definitely on the ball today, the Spanish driver, in the Porsche. 12 minutes gone in this race. Swift out front, has obviously got that reduced lead, and he's made a mistake just as we go on board with him. He's just made another mistake, and that was at Hawthorns again. For the second time this race, Swift might be losing them tyres, you know. Nice and clean through there. Let's have a look at what these other guys take it. Elliott through there nicely. All the other three within that same vicinity going well. Doug and the Costa Coffee Blaze and Mustang in 5th. Grandeur 10 and 6th. Fidget and Dragon 7th. Pablo 8th. Those gaps have definitely got a lot larger. And Panos is 1 minute and 16 seconds off the pace. As Swift now has just been closed down a second, so he might have made a little mistake. Saxo is under pressure from K&K Dot on the run up to Druids. This is for the 10th lap. Of course, this is an endurance race, not laps based. And Saxo is definitely under pressure from the Porsche driver. Doing grand job. By the way, let's just have a look at race info, because I've just remembered that I didn't have that on. So Saxo currently, and look at K&K Dot on the run down towards Hawthorne Hill and Hawthorns. He is definitely on the back of him, but it doesn't appear to me that the Porsche has got the straight line speed compared to the Ford. And the Mustang definitely struggling through the corners. While on the straight line, K&K Dot I thought was going to go for a move there. As they run down towards Sheen Curve and Sterling's. Swift definitely, Saxo spun! Saxo has spun there at Sheen Curve. And he's got the car going, luckily. He's got the car going, and he has got a bit of a buffer to his other Mustang driver, which is Doug, and there is yellow flags actually. And that is Panos, and Panos has stopped on track, and I think he might be letting the drivers through. Which I don't understand, because he can race. Yeah, now he goes. So Panos was just letting everyone through there. Swift is 2.8 seconds out in front. Elliott F6 second in the race hub livery car, number 64 is the car name, as we are nearly halfway through distance here. With 25 minutes still to go, Swift leads away, but at a reduced lead of 2.7 seconds. Elliott is catching in second. After Saxo's mistake, K&K Dot is in third, but Saxo's definitely got the rhythm back, and he is beginning to catch K&K Dot. Just losing a little bit of time, but the straights is where the Mustang is most lethal on the run up towards Hawthorns. Doug in 5th, Grandeur 10 6th, and is now getting pressurised by Fidgeting Dragon. In fact, no, I tell a lie. Yeah, it is Fidgeting Dragon who is running them there. And a little bit of grass and gravel coming off Grandeur 10's car there. Just losing a little bit of time down the straights. The GTR, that GTR definitely doesn't look comfortable today. Grandeur 10, a shell compared to his self. And by the way, Saxo has gone off again. Saxo's gone off again. That's a Sheen. And Saxo once again, 2 laps in a row this time. As we're going to have a look at the live time and just see how everyone's doing. 2 seconds lead from Swift to Elliott. K&K Dot 3rd, Doug in 4th, but now Saxo in the pits. And he's going on to a set of them yellow tyres, which are the soft compound of tyre. It's actually the hard compound of tyre. No, it is. It's not. No, it's the soft. The soft compound tyre. So if he comes out now, I think he'll be running ahead of Pablo, who is coming through Sheen. And Panos obviously getting lapped. Let's have a look at the battle up front though. Swift and Elliott. Round his home track, Elliott. He is definitely trying to catch Swift. These two have been going at all season. Swift looking to make inroads on that championship battle up front. And of course, fastest lap does get the extra point, so Elliott will be getting an extra point here. And will yet again not lose money points compared to Swift, who is definitely closed. Gap is closed there. Through Sterling's and onto Clearways. Elliott has closed the gap, 1.7 seconds. It's definitely starting to come down, this gap, 1.9. It's just fluctuating down the straight, but the GTR definitely looks to have the speed on the Huracan down the straights, and that is where Elliott is most prone to catch Saxels came out in 7th place, by the way, behind Fidget and Dragon. And he's came out about 15 seconds behind. As out front, 1.7 seconds the gap. Swift 3/10 down on his personal best lap. Elliott currently 1.4. This is definitely coming down, this gap. K&K Dot in 3rd. If these two start battling, he could be the one to pick up all the pieces. As Elliott is a 10th off and just runs onto the gravel there. And that was at Surtees. Down Pilgrim's Drop now towards Hawthorns. This is lap 13 of this endurance race. And 1.2 seconds is the gap between Swift and Elliott. And slowly but surely, it reeling them in. It's like a fishing rod, Elliott. He's just bringing the fish in, reeling the fish in. And the fish being Swift, he's getting closed down. Maybe Swift is going to try a tactical move, but he loses out the corner. And now Elliott breezes through. And Elliott takes the lead of the race. Swift surely is going to pit, but Elliott nearly had a half moment there. None of these coming in the pits yet. Pablo, though, is in the pits. And he is safe because Elliott and Swift have already gone past him. Running through Paddock Hill Bend and down to Druids. Elliott now pulling away out in front, 8/10 the gap from Swift, and there has been a change actually. K&K Dot has made a mistake in the final corner. That's a clock curve and clearways where he's made that mistake, and that's allowed Doug to get through in 3rd, and Pablo has just forced Doug into a mistake there. Pablo getting out of the way of the lap cars, which is very good sportsmanship, and that's what we like to see in the GT Sport League. But out front, it's still 9/10 the gap. It's just increasing slightly, this gap. Just increasing. Elliott definitely trying to close, trying to just pull away and get that buffer to Swift in 2nd. And it's now a 2nd, that gap. Doug in 3rd, K&K Dot 4th, 4 seconds now between him and Doug as they run through Hawthorns. Granger 10 5th, who's now getting closed by Fidget and Dragon again. And Fidget and Dragon is really starting to close in on the Mercedes. And this Mercedes definitely has the straight line speed compared to the GTR. And I know I said earlier on the GTR had the straight line speed as we approach half distance in this endurance race. So on lap 14, so I'm guessing we're going to be on lap 28 or 29 by the end of this race. Has Elliott been dominant this season? Yes. He has. He's won 3 out of 6 races so far, I do believe. 3 of 4 out of the 6 races, Matthias. Guys, I can't really race. Panos has commented that. Well, if that's the case, Panos, then you can think. And K&K Dot's in the pits. Spanish driver in the pits. Yeah, Elliott has been really dominant this season. 51 points is the gap out front. 51 points he's got. 27 for Ball Boy, who obviously for other reasons has left us. Superhero on 25, Granger 10 on 20, and Swift on 20. So if Swift, as Elliott nearly goes in the gravel there. Swift closing down. Yeah, it's a 24-point gap out in front. Elliott has been really dominant. This is his home track. He works here on a weekend. That's why I mentioned about the Race Hub livery and quoting his name to get a £15 session at Brands Hatch. And speaking of which, he's coming in the Brands Hatch pit lane. So Elliott is in. Swift is going to continue and try and go for this undercut, but it's another set of softs by the looks. Fuel running out on the cars, so we'll be seeing a flurry of pit stops coming in now. And Elliott, I think, is going to fuel up possibly to the end of the race here with 18 minutes and 40 seconds to go. And where is Doug? Doug is coming in the pits as well on the Mustang. Granger 10 Fidget and Dragon just going off at Sterling's there. Down to Clearways. Granger 10, is he going to pit? Let's have a look. He looks like he's running a hard tyre, so I think he's going to go quite a long way. Soft tyre Fidget and Dragon. Doug is back out on this soft compound. 24 seconds the gap between Swift and Elliott, but Elliott on these fresher tyres will close down. Granger 10 and 3rd, yellow flag, and that is Panos, obviously pulled over to the side of the road. Yeah, Panos should be retiring anyways. He should have retired by now. Doug and K&K Dot there. Pablo... What's happened to Saxo? Saxo must have came in the pits. I'm guessing 24.2 seconds out in front. Eddie's just put a message in the chat there about Panos retiring. He is 5 minutes and 13 seconds down. There is no point for him continuing. But Swift still not pitting. He is going long on these tyres. 17 minutes and 25 roughly to go. And Swift leading the way at 23.6 seconds, but Elliott's now closing in. But seems to have got caught in the grass or something because he's just lost a little bit of time. Granger 10 and third, 12 seconds behind. Elliott will probably be going for the fastest lap on this next lap, I would imagine. As Granger 10, is he going to pit? Is he going to bring it into the pits? No, he's going to continue on. Fidgeting Dragon is going to continue it on as well. Doug has already been in the pits. K&K Dot's already been in the pits. So these two are the closest battle on track. 9/10 the gap between the Mustang and the Porsche. Doug and K&K Dot. And look at the straight line speed in the Porsche. It is really, really fast compared to the Porsche. Porsche through the corners is better though. And because Brands Hatch is mainly a cornering circuit, I would think K&K Dot will start reeling in Doug. Fidgeting Dragon. Oh, and speaking of which, Doug has just made a mistake at Druids. Doug has made a mistake at Druids, and K&K Dot has got past probably easier than expected. But watch the Mustang. He's going to close right the way back up here. The Mustang. And he's right on the back of K&K Dot. Slowly but surely, he's going to try and reel him in. As Swift, the race leader, has came into the pits, getting a change of tyres and going onto the soft compound of tyre for Swift. So that is going to be really interesting. Panos has retired from the session, by the way. So Elliott is through. Clearways now. Swift, I'm not sure if he's coming out the pitch yet, but Elliott has passed his pit box. Swift now coming out. This is going to be tight. Elliott, I think, has got the lead. Elliott has got the lead. At Paddock Hill Bend, with 15 minutes roughly to go in the session, Elliott has now got the lead and has got the overcut on Swift. Swift stayed out 2 laps longer. If he put it in 2 laps sooner, then it might have been a different story. Granger 10 and third. K&K Dot and Doug are still close together, 7/10 a second, and that Mustang really closes up in a straight line compared to K&K Dot. And yeah, Mustang going really nicely. Doug in the Costa sponsored Mustang. And just to give an update, by the way, on the GT Sport League, we are currently looking for a title sponsor for this league, which I'm sure is going to boost attraction far and wide in the TFRL community. So if we get a title sponsor, then season 2 will be run under a title sponsor, and I'm currently talking to a couple of companies regarding that. I know Racehub have expressed interest for title sponsoring our league next season, so we'll probably have a word with them on that. That would be very interesting. But back to the action, and 1.1 seconds now. K&K Dot's pulling away through the corners. Doug in the other Mustang, getting confused with my Mustangs there. K&K Dot though is definitely trying to close in on Granger 10, who I don't think has still pitted yet. I think he's still out on their mediums. Just quite interesting. 1.1 seconds though. I'm just having a look at the comments. Is this game worth buying? Yes. If you want to run in a clean and competitive league, Matthias, like you do in A-League, yeah, join it. Seriously, it'll be good fun. And I know we're currently working on a Porsche Super Cup Championship as well, which will be revealed in a couple of weeks' time. Like the details of that, the calendar for that will be released in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, everything's coming exciting in GT Sport. And of course we've got F1 plans to be announced very soon, so that's going to be quite interesting. K&K Dot is catching Granger 10, who is definitely needing a pit here. Elliott out in front, 18.4 seconds. I'm sorry, I am wrong. It's 3.4 seconds. That's the gap to Granger 10, who is getting close by K&K Dot. and Doug, which is really interesting. There's a couple of comments coming through there on my screen. Grandeur 10 second now. KK Dot. I think Grandeur 10 has just got to go hell for leather now. He's gone as far as possible into this race. He should be pitting now, but I don't think he is. Or has he already pitted? Has he already pitted? I need to have a look at this. I'm not sure how you ride on board with fuel and everything on this game. That's the live timing. And Grandeur 10, KK Dot's going for move at Druid. What a beautiful move this is. It's side by side between KK Dot, and he's got the move done. He's got the move done before the Cooper Straight, and KK Dot, this three-way battle now, has got the move done on Grandeur 10, and you're not forgetting about Doug either. Doug is right in the battle here, running down towards Pilgrim's Drop, and Doug is side by side running down Pilgrim's Drop with Grandeur 10. Grandeur 10 not giving up the position lightly, and he wants to keep this. Doug around the outside of Hawthorns, and he goes for the switchback down to Westfield. Grandeur 10, Doug trying to go on the brakes at the inside. Grandeur 10, Doug just losing it a little bit, and loses a little bit of time, and that's going to cost him. He needs to get back at Grandeur 10. Pigeon Dragon did pit, by the way, and he's came out in 7th behind Saxo. Grandeur 10, Doug has run massively wide there. That was at Sterling's, now down to Clearways, and Grandeur 10 has just got that little bit of breathing room now. And finally, he comes into the pits. Grandeur 10 finally comes out of the pits, and it looks like it's going to be a set of mediums for Grandeur 10, which is quite interesting. He'll be refueling up probably half fuel tank to the end of the race with 10 minutes, with about 11 minutes, just under 11 minutes to go. Grandeur 10 is going to be coming out behind Saxo, I think, or is he? Grandeur 10, Jordan, otherwise he's known. Saxo's came out ahead of him. Grandeur 10, let's have a look at the battle. KK Dot's 2 seconds out in front, and Swift must have made a massive mistake somewhere on the track, which I definitely didn't miss. Well, I might have missed. Oh, when he's as soon as I come on board with him, he's made another mistake there, and Swift is losing it in that Lamborghini Huracan, and I think it's definitely advantage and probably race to Elliott, as we are 75% race distance. So if anything was to happen and the service were to go down like last week, we will be putting the result as it is now. Elliott's on lap 22, going through Paddock Hill Bend in the Race Hub sponsored livery, and the Race Hub guys will be very impressed at his drive so far around his home track. And of course, if you do want to quote his PSN name, Elliott F6, you can get a 1 hour session at Brands Hatch for £15, and it is definitely worth checking them out. And as I said, hopefully they'll be coming on board next season as title sponsors for the GT Sport League, or GT Sport Leagues if we get more than one going. Swift is 13.7 seconds off in second in the It's Coming Home England livery car. The Costa Coffee car of Doug is in third. KNK Dot, I think, has made a mistake somewhere. So Doug is now third. KNK Dot's fourth. Saxo fifth. Grandeur 10 sixth. Ah, that's probably right. Grandeur 10 was in the pits, obviously. So Doug's third. KNK Dot fourth. Saxo fifth, but he's right on the back now, Grandeur 10. In sixth. 9 minutes to go. Grandeur 10 going for personal best lap here. Maybe going for fastest lap and try and get the extra point. Saxo, 6/10, reeling them in. Again, like that fishing rod, he has run them in. 3/10 up on his personal best lap, and he is improving still on the run down to Pilgrim's Drop and towards Hawthorns at the top of the hill. This is the highest point in the track they're approaching. And Grandeur 10 right on the back of Saxo in the very strange looking livery car. Grandeur 10 going for an inside move at Westfield, and it is job done. Grandeur 10 has got the move done at Westfield, and now through Sheen Curve, and Grandeur 10 got the move done very nicely. Will he now pull away from the Mustang of Saxo? Saxo right on the back and just losing it. He's just trying to bit a little bit too hard, but he hasn't lost much time at all there for Saxo, which is very, very strange. Grandeur 10, Saxo now down the straight. down the big straight towards Paddock Hill Bend. This will be on lap 23 for these guys. And Grand J 10, Saxo, is he going to go on the outside of Paddock Hill Bend? He's just trying to put him off. Now we're on the outside of Druids. It's side by side running up the hill. Now at Druids. Yellow flags were out for a minute there. And that is Doug that's gone off. That is why there was yellow flags. Doug was off in the way distance. Saw that on the extended camera angle, and Grand J10 has made a mistake at Cooper Straight. And he's let Saxo back through into 5th place, but Grand J10 might be just losing them tyres, even though he's only just pitted. Gap, by the way, oh my god! Elliott F6 has gone off out in front, and it's on now advantage Swift. What on earth is going on? I saw the gap coming down. I wasn't expecting Elliott to be going off at the final corner of Clark Curve. But now he's got it all to do, and Swift, for the It's Coming Home England livery team of the Lamborghini Huracan that he's driving tonight, leads the way in round 7, round Brands Hatch. Elliott F6 at his home track. Is he bottling a win here? Is Elliott bottling a win? We'll find out in about 6 minutes and 40 seconds time. K&K Dot's now 3rd with the Doug mistake. Doug is at Paddock Hill Bend. K&K Dot running up to Druids. Looking very nice, I've got to say. He's done a great drive so far on that Porsche on his debut. Doug 4th, Saxo 5th, getting close by Grand J10, and Grand J10 could be looking for an inside move at Druids here. He's late on the brakes, he doesn't try it, but he's going right up the inside of Druids. This is a perfect move by Grand J10. He's got the move done, I think. Grand J10, Saxo can't fight that, and Grand J10 has got the move done once again. That was a beautiful move through Druids, up the inside of Druids, and on the run down towards the Cooper Straight. Grand J10 gets the position back, but for how long? Because Saxo is really sticking it to him today. Saxo and Grand J10, these two, relatively the same place around this track, and Saxo now beginning to close him down. Once again, just trying to put him off with them headlights. As I think I might sneeze, I don't know. Fidgeting Dragon is 5.3 seconds off as well, as they now approach Sheen Curve. Grand J10 and Saxo start quickly skipping the battle in front, and Elliott is catching out front. Let's skip the battle. Grand J10 and Saxo. Grand J10 Saxo got on the grass there, and has just lost a little bit more time. And this really is D-Day with 5 minutes to go roughly in the session, and Grand J10 and Saxo. Grand J10's got a better run out of Clark Curve, but the Mustang will close on the straight, but he's not closing quick enough unless Grand J10 can be forced into a bit of a mistake. But Saxo actually has gone wide there, and I think that's let Grand J10 just get away a little bit. Saxo now just taking it easy, I think, on those tyres. Fidgeting Dragon is catching as well, and Pablo 2 minutes and 31 seconds down. He's been lapped by pretty much everyone. Out front, Swift with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go is 4 seconds clear now. Elliott has just lost time a little bit here. K&K Dot is 3rd, Doug is 4th and has lost time to the Porsche. K&K Dot producing a very good performance on his debut race here in the GT Sport League. Was meant to join us last week as a reserve driver to fill in for somebody, but didn't get the chance to, so he's here this week filling in and should be taking up a full role as well. And Doug, was that going off? No, I thought Doug was going off on the grass. He has lost time though, Doug. Grand J10 losing time. Saxo's on the grass. Saxo's trailing it across the grass. It hasn't lost him any time at all, and Grand J10 has got to be wary, because Saxo is still right on the back of him through Clark Curve. It's 6/10 the gap, and on the run down, this is lap 26, so I think we've got another 2 or 3 laps remaining in this race. In this endurance race, this 40-minute endurance race for round 7 of the championship. And Grand J10 is trying to defend off Saxo, so if Grand J10 moves, stays ahead of Saxo, it will be advantage Swift, because Swift's obviously winning the race, and he'll go 2nd in the championship ahead of Ballboy and Superhero as it stands like this. And it's 3 seconds to gap out front. Saxo's just lost a little bit of time, and it's now advantage GTR down the straight, but the Saxo Mustang will catch. Fidgeting Dragon's still trying to close in. Pablo's just running around by himself at the back. But 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Swift leads the way. 3 seconds, 2.8. It's just fluctuating a little bit. He's doing well to keep those tyres quite fresh, because he has been on them tyres 2 laps. 2 laps less than Elliott, and that is, I think, what's going to see him win this race. Perfect strategy. If Elliott didn't make that mistake, it would have been a whole different race, because I think we would have been seeing Elliott winning on his home track, and he could still win, as there is a yellow flag at Westfield, and that must be Pablo, because he's off and he's letting the drivers through, which is great to see Pablo doing. There he is. There he is at Hawthorns, sorry. That's at Hawthorns, not Westfield. Yeah, Grangertown now pulling away from Saxo, but Swift trying his utmost to defend it off Elliott, who I thought nearly ran in the grass there, coming through Sheen Curve. And we should be getting another 2 laps out of this race. Swift is about to go on to lap 28 with Elliott 2.2 seconds behind. The gap is still closing. I don't think it's going to be enough. Elliott is closing up down the straight. Unless Swift makes a mistake, I think this is advantage Swift. And Elliott just losing it actually through Druids. Coming up towards Druids even. KNK is still in third. Doug is catching, but very slowly. Granger 10 5th has pulled away from Saxo. Fidgeting Dragon left behind now. Pablo running around at the back in 8th. 1.9, 1.8, 1.7, still closing. Can Elliott try and muster up some sort of effort as we are about to start the final lap on lap 29? Will be the final lap of this race here at Brands Hatch GP. And Swift, with a 1.6 second lead, has got Elliott right on his coattails. KNK is third, and I think that'll be our podium as it stands, but Swift just trying to defend. 35 seconds to go from now. 35 seconds to go from now, and Swift leading the way. Elliott 1.4 seconds off, and he is still closing. He is getting close to the championship leader. Can he spoil the Swift party? As my voice starts cracking up a little bit. 1.3, 1.4, it's just extended out. This is the final lap, and Swift leads the way onto it with Elliott F6 1.4 seconds off. Can he try and get this home win? Those tyres though appear to be going off now, and Swift, I think, has done a really good tactically. It's now the final lap. As Swift 1.5 seconds, Elliott second 1.4. It is still coming down. It's not going to be enough. I think Swift has got this. He nearly ran on the grass there. He's just causing... He's caused Elliott a few problems today. Elliott made that mistake, and I think has cost him the race here. GTR catching down the straight though. He is gaining down the straight. This is not over. Swift, this is definitely not over. KNK is still in third. Just have a quick one through. Doug 4th, Granger 10 5th. Fidgeting Dragon 6th. The Saxo, I think, has come into the pits, and he has, and he's run out of fuel nearly. But out front, Swift at Sheen Curve for the final time. Leads by a second. It's still closing. Sterling's now down to clearways, and Clock Curve for the final time. Swift is 8/10 in front. Elliott is pushing for his life. Can he try and muster up some sort of effort? They're both clean through the final corner, and Swift is going to take round 7 here with the GT Sport Championship. He wins from Elliott F6 round his home track, denied by Swift. That mistake has cost him. Swift has won by 6/10, 7/10 of a second roughly. Elliott F6 in second. KNK coming through clearways and Clock Curve now. Just approaching this section now of the track. He in turn is 6.1 seconds clear of Doug. Pablo was finished in 8th. KNK on his debut, great drive from the Spanish driver, and he has finished in 3rd. Doug in 4th. If he didn't make that mistake, he probably would have got himself a podium. Granger 10 in 5th. Bit of a disappointing race from him, I think. I think you would have been expecting to do a bit better. Fidgeting Dragon is 6th, coming towards the line now. And Saxo is coming round Clark Curve now. And Saxo is going to be finishing in 7th place here in the Mustang. And there we go. And that is your finishing order. Swift wins here from Elliot. Kane K-Dot 3rd, Doug in 4th, Granger 10 5th, Fidgeting Dragon 6th, Saxo 7th, and Pablo in 8th place. And let's get some driver interviews done. Oh, what a thrilling race that was. That was brilliant. Now where's Mr. Elliot F6 here? It doesn't sound like he is.
Yeah.
Is he here? Is he here? Are you here?
Got to leave the party, gents, sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
I don't know if...
Yeah, your mic's lagging a bit, that's probably why I can't hear you. I'm not sure why.
James?
Yeah, is that better?
It's better for me, is it better for you?
Yeah, that's better for me. That mistake cost you the win.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get people messaging you, left, right and centre, people that know that you're racing, messaging you. Still, I want to know what the hell happened at the start, because I got hit off once, and had someone move across in front of me and then brake check me. Something else happened.
I think it might have been, I'm not sure who it was, it might have been Fidgeting Dragon. I've got it up on the stream. I definitely caught it on the stream, so it's right at the start of the stream.
Okay. And then when I had that 14-second gap, I was trying to bring up the stream to see if you actually caught that. And then I looked down at the stream, looked back up, the corner was there. I judged it.
Yeah.
Went off, and then the car just kept going. I had my foot on the brake the whole time, and kept going. So.
Wow.
And then coming onto the start-finish straight, a message popped up on my phone at the same time. My phone fell on the floor. This is after I'd sent a link out to someone, who then decided to message me during the race. So, yeah, not
the greatest race.
Not the result I wanted, considering I went from last to first, and then distractions got the better of me.
Yeah. But even with them, without them distractions, I think you probably would have got a home win here from Brands Hatch.
Yes, it would have been exactly what I wanted, but it is what it is. Second place, and finishing so close to Swift right at the end there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I was pushing a bit hard towards the end, and the gap kept going down, coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. Fidgeting Dragon bumped somebody at the start, so that I think clears that up. And what was
second? I'll take second.
Yeah, not the result, but you do keep your championship lead, which is most important. Swift, I think, has only gained. Well. You got fastest lap, so I think Swift has only gained a point because of you winning fastest lap, getting fastest lap.
He's 1 point more than me.
Yes, he is 1 point. Yeah, he's only closed the gap by 1 point. Sorry about that. Yeah, and moving on to Dragon Trail Seaside. That's a track I'm looking forward to commentating on. Is it a track you like?
Yes, very much so. Yeah, it's a circuit that I did a lot before TFRL. It's a circuit that I know my lines around. I know where to brake, where to accelerate, how to take, especially that chicane down on the seafront.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's the track with the chicane, isn't it? That two-parted chicane. Oh yes, yeah. That is going to catch people out.
Not sure if we're running it forward or back. That's
probably forward, I would think.
Okay. I just want to know, what's the gap between first and third in the championship?
First and third in the championship, so after today's results, I think it is, you're obviously out in front by,
Yeah.
I think you've got now 60 points.
60 points ahead of third?
No, you've got 60 points like individually leading the championship. Swift obviously got 10, so he's now second in the championship with 30.
Okay.
And I think, yeah, and Ball Boy I think remains third. I'm gonna have to do the maths though. But at the minute, I would say 60 take away 27. You'll probably have a 33 point gap if it remains with Ball Boy in third.
Okay, well, it's then, if it's Swift into second now, what's the gap between me and Swift?
Gap between you and Swift. Swift gained 30, 60, 30 points.
So the gap is exactly 30 points?
Yeah, 30 points. But I'll have to do the maths just to double check because I could be wrong. Like I wasn't nearly with the standings.
Next week as well.
Yeah, that's going to extend quite a bit, I would think. And Swift, that win. Good drive. Awful drive. I did catch you making a couple of mistakes, I think, during the race. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yes, I think you pitted 2 laps after him. Yeah. Oh, I think we might have a problem. I don't think your voice is being picked up on the stream. Oh, I think we might have... Yeah, I couldn't hear anything, so... party settings should be... Yeah. But, seeing Elliot make that mistake must have thought... You must have thought that you had a chance of winning the race, which you obviously went on to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there was only 7/10 in the end. So you must have been a bit worried that if it was a 50-minute endurance race, say for example, that you probably would have got caught by Elliot. A 30, hang on, I'll just double check. I'll go back on the stream. 29 I think it was. Yeah, 29 laps. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And obviously you're not going to be here tonight, so what are your plans for next week? I do believe you're in Brighton. Oh, getting on the lash, I bet, in Brighton. That's what it is. Oh yeah, it is the World Cup final, I've just realised. Next Sunday. So, if England reach the World Cup final, then I think we'll probably cancel GT Sport, especially if we win. Because I don't think I'll have a voice left. Yep. And I don't think anybody else is here, are there? In the party? No. That's a bit of a shame. But I was speaking about earlier on in the stream about the Porsche Super Cup. I said that there'll be a calendar out soon, and I'll probably announce everything with that in the next couple of weeks. It'll probably be the week.
Our new website.
Yes, to link in with our new website, which hopefully, if all goes to plan, we should be launching the website come the end of July, with everything on. I'm going to be working hard behind the scenes this week to try and pull off some partnerships, to try and pull off some title sponsors, to appoint new admins. It's going to be a busy week for me. And for Elliot, of course.
Yes, us.
Yes, also as the admin team, not forgetting Oxide and Jack Meyer as well. Goodness me. It's all about me, isn't it? I've just realised.
It's all about you.
It's all about me. Well, at the end of the day, I do get the final decision, so yeah. But anyways, I think we'll end it up here, and next week is Dragon Trail Seaside. But if you can't wait until TFRL next week, me and Small Guy will be commentating on Gavra Academy this upcoming Tuesday and Wednesday at 8:30 UK time. So that's going to be fun. So apart from that, unless you guys want to add anything.
No, just looking forward to next weekend. Looking to extend that gap. Well, by my calculation, I need 2 more wins in the next 2 races. So if I win both next races and get fastest lap, I should touch wood, take the championship. Yep.
And I think on that note, I think it is time to say goodbye to our viewers. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Go and rewatch this race back on the stream because it was quite crazy. My first solo commentary in ages. Big thank you to the drivers and to Swift, of course, for winning this race here in Brands Hatch. Elliot, you nearly got there. But apart from that, I think thank you for watching, and until next week.
Thanks.
For
Right.
Yeah, you are very welcome. I hope it comes across well on the stream.
We gave you one hell of a race to commentate on.
Exactly, and without Small Guy, I think I did quite well. So, all happy. Anyways, until when we'll be next online on the TFRL channel? Friday, A-League will be our next port of call. So until then, it's goodbye from us three. And goodbye from me.